Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today, start of December 2023, start of my pens in use for December. This month's theme, previous Inkvent. Every December I'm doing this now using Inkvent inks from the previous calendars. My first pen for the month. This is the Monty Verde Ritma. This is in olive green. Love the colour of this pen. It's a fairly chunky pen. It's a metal pen. The cap pulls off, and then we'll take a look at the converter. There we go. Comes with this converter. Can't really see the ink. It's a green ink. I try to match my pens and inks where possible. It's got a very small section. The section is just the same width all the way down. Although it doesn't look it, it actually feels quite comfortable. It's got a nice width. The pen's got a nice length. If you want to post it, posts very nicely. There's a little magnet there, so the magnet pulls it down. Same there, we've got a magnet which snaps that cap on. Just very nice. We've got a black nib on here. I believe this is a Yoho nib. This is a broad nib. So we've got a Monteverde. Ritma. With a broad nib. Cost wise, we're looking at 92 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine, obviously because it's Inkvent, and it's Mistletoe. This is from, I believe it was the 2019 calendar, the first one that they did. Drying times, there's immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. After a minute there, that's nice and dry. Looking forward to using this. I've not used this Ritma too many times in the last year, so I think it's going to be really nice to give this a good run. And this is a standard ink, so I don't need to worry, hopefully, about any shimmer blocking up the feed, which is what's happened with this pen in the past. So that was the Monty Verde Ritma. I'll move this up slightly. Pen number 2. This is the Nahvalur Schylkill in Porpita Navy. Beautiful colouring on this. Very, very nice. So we've got coppers in there. We've got blues in there. We've got some hints there, like a greeny type shimmer or chatoyancy. Very nice. Piston filling pen. We've got an ink window. So we can see, hopefully there, roughly what our ink level is. Being picky, I'd have liked that window to be a little bit wider. But I struggle with all these small ink windows. The filling mechanism works quite nicely, not going to work it obviously. The section, quite nice fit in the hand, little tiny bit on the thin side, livable, but I do feel it at times. Lengthwise, very, very nice. We've got a Nahvalur nib on here. As you see here, we've had a little bit there of nib creep. Let me just wipe them off. That's something I'll watch for, see if I get that happening again. That could have been because it's not been long filled. Very nice though, look at there at the feed. Now, the ink in here is a sheening ink. You see a little bit there of that sheen actually there on the bottom of the feed, can't you? Well, I can. Hopefully it comes over on the camera. So this is a Nahvalur Schylkill. This has got a medium nib. Price wise, this one is also 92 Aussie dollars. The ink, Diamine, and it's a ruby blues. Drying times, so immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. 1 minute. After a minute, so that's another one nice and dry. Both inks so far dry in between 30 seconds and a minute. Both so far look like to be ideal for my note taking. Now let's take a look at this ink. Now it's had a bit of time to dry, so hopefully I can catch this in the light properly for the camera. I can certainly see it with my eye, so there's quite a bit of that red sheen coming through. So on the N, part of the A, part of the H, the V, the A, the L, virtually every letter there in that first line coming through that red sheen, and we're seeing it also there in the second one. So anyway, that's a Nahvalur Schylkill. Pen number 3 is this. This is a Retro 51 Tornado. This is in antique copper. I believe the model's called Lincoln. Very nice. I'm liking the way the blackness is now starting to come through on this antique copper, so the more I use it, the more it ages, the more we start to see character in the pen. Fair bit of weight if you feel this. Nice size. Cap screws off. That gives us this section. Now, this is one thing. I don't know if you can hear this. I can hear the cartridge rattling around inside. Or should I say the converter. Now, I'm being very careful how I do this. I'm just unscrewing the body. I'm carefully taking this off because the converter there, you can see it come loose. This is one of the things I'm finding with this. Happens all the time. The converter comes loose inside the actual body. Now, I'm going to start agitating it because this is an ink with a shimmer in it. Nice colour there though, isn't it? Screw that back on. So I'll keep agitating it as we're talking. The nib, Retro 51 nib, there we go. This is a 1.1 stub nib. The downside, as I've said with that cartridge, that's the reason why I don't use this pen as often as I should, because I just worry about ink going all over when I open up the body. The section, similar to that Nahvalur, a little bit on the short, a little bit on the narrow side, not enough to cause me an issue. Lengthwise, the pen's got a nice length to it. Let's write with this one there. So we've got, no, we haven't got a Nahvalur, we've got a Retro 51 Tornado. Love this stub nib. Just keep giving this a little shake. 1.1 nib. Cost wise, 115 Aussie dollars. The ink in here, well, guess what? It's by Diamine. Who would have guessed, wouldn't they? And it is vintage copper. So this is from last year's Inkvent calendar. And it's nice, gorgeous, coppery coloured ink. Then there should be some coppery coloured shimmer come through. We'll have a look after it's had time to dry. So drying times, there it goes, immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. After a minute there, that's nice and dry. So again, can we take a look at this ink, a closer look? Seeing little bits of that shimmer coming through. It's not an in-your-face shimmer, which is nice, but there on this second stroke of the V, I can see a load. The M, bits on the D, bits on the I, on the N. So yeah, we've got bits of that shimmer coming through. Something I'll have to watch for. I'll have to try this later on my Tomy River paper, maybe on my Regalia paper, see if we get any better shimmer coming through. But that's a Retro 51 Tornado. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. Pen number 4. The Ranga Santa. Christmassy named pen, isn't it? Christmassy coloured pen. I absolutely love this. I got this in December last year. It literally arrived at Christmas Eve last year. Absolutely love the looks of this. And for Christmas, for Inkvent, perfect pen, isn't it? Very, very nice. It's an all resin pen, so there we go, all the threads there, that's all resin. Comes with a converter. I'm not intending to even attempt to eyedropper this. I like the converters, means I can change my ink if I want. I'm agitating this because it's a shimmering. Let's pop that back on. The section carries on the theme of red and white. Partly translucent, so you can actually see there, you can see the nib through it. The nib, this is a 1.1 Yoho nib. You can pick the nib you want. They've got a massive range. They do their own in-house nibs. They do Yoho nibs. They do bottle nibs. I believe they do titanium, gold, loads of different nib options with this pen. One of the things I like about Ranga is that choice, the amount of choice there is. So let's have a go. Hopefully we've got that shimmer now well and truly into the suspension. We've got here a Ranga Model 5. No, it isn't. I don't know, I should be fired. A Ranga Santa with a 1.1 stub nib. Price for this, jump in price, 145 Aussie dollars. The ink, Diamine, and it's all the best. This was the Day 25 ink from 2021. Nice ink. As I say, there's a sheen and also a shimmer in this, so we'll give that time to dry and hopefully come back and look at that. Drying times, there's immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. After a minute, tiniest amount of smudging still on there. Let's see if we can see that shimmer and sheen. So, wow, straight to my eyes, we've got a gorgeous gold sheen. Hopefully that's going to come through on the camera. Let's try capturing it in different angles, give it a chance to come through. In with that, not as in your face, but we've got a blue shimmer coming through. Hard to see, so I've got a bit there on the bottom of the T and the A in Santa. A little bit on this arrow here down near the bottom. A bit on the I and the N here in Diamine, and a bit on the M. But mainly what I'm seeing is that gold sheen. Very nice. So that's the Ranga Santa. Next up, we're going to go back to America to a Conklin pen. This is the Conklin All-American. This is the Courage version in white. Nice pen. Partly transparent. As you can see there, I've got red ink inside it. Got a black nib. Carefully take this off. It's actually not as bad as normal. There's a leak somewhere in here. So once this is empty, I'm going to try changing the converter. But it does come with that converter. Nice sizable pen, nice chunky pen. Section feels nice in my hand. Could be a little bit longer. I can feel my fingers starting to catch on the threads. Conklin nib there. Very nice. So this is, again, I'm shaking it because it's a shimmer ink. This is a Conklin All-American. And the nib on here is a broad nib. The price for this is 194 Aussie dollars. The ink, well, we all know it's by Diamine, and it's Spiced Apple. Nice dark red ink, and then as it dries we should be able to see a nice gold shimmer in there. Drying times, so there's immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. after a minute they're nice and dry. So again, let's take a closer look. Wow, just look at that gold. Can you see it? Absolutely tons of shimmer coming through there. Hopefully it's coming over on the camera. It's hard for me to see, but to my eye, say that if we're looking at the word Conklin, virtually all coming through in gold to me. Beautiful it is. It looks very nice. Every single word got loads of that gold shimmer in it. So that was the Conklin All-American. So my final pen. So the final pen. If you watched my videos in the past, your chances are know that this is a pen I like to use during Christmas. This is the Benu Talisman in Dragon's Blood. My only Benu pen. I do intend to get more. It's just a lot of them are too sparkly for me. This one, yes, is a little bit over the top, but this is why I'm using it in the run-up to Christmas. Who cares when it's done that run-up to Christmas? It's got the reds, it's got the greens there. You know, it looks like they glitter sparkling on a Christmas tree. Very nice. I love this body. Well, and the cap as well. Can you see the facets on it? I know they catch the light quite well, but they feel quite comfortable when you're holding it. Cartridge converter pen. There we go, there's a cartridge. Oh, so should I say the converter? Again, I'm agitating this because there's shimmer in the ink. Section on this is a bit thin. Not too bad, it's still usable. Lengthwise, very, very nice. It will post. Posts, it looks funny when it's posted. Also looks and feels awkward. The nib, it's a Schmidt nib. There we go. Very nice. I love this nib. It's got beautiful feedback, a beautiful tactile nature to it. So we've got here the Benu Talisman. Broad nibbed. Price wise, 230 Aussie dollars. The ink, Diamine. And this is also all the best. Now, this is where, when I was inking up my pens ready for this, I made a little bit of a, shall we say, a little bit of an error. I meant to put Diamine Best Wishes in here, which was the 2022 Day 5. But I put All the Best, which was from 2021. So what I'll do, whichever pen runs out first between the Ranga Santa and this Benu Talisman, that will get Best Wishes filled in it. It's still nice, so it's still a nice match. Drying times, so we go immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. Even after a minute, this one's still smudging a little bit, but so was the one in the Ranga Santa. So it could be this ink a little bit on the wet side. Going to be interesting to compare the Sanga and the Benu together whilst they've got the same ink. But that one was the Benu Talisman. I'm going to swap on over the view now. I'm going to fetch in a new pen holder just for this month, and then we'll take a final look at each of the pens. Here's the pen holder I'm going to be using this month. I was shopping with my wife in a place called Spotlight, which is where she goes for her material, and we saw this Christmassy Star Wars material, and I said to her, got to make something with that. And we had been talking about her making some pen rolls, so we got this material, and this is her first attempt at a pen roll. And this is what I'm going to use to hold my pens this month. So we've got here a Monteverde Ritma. That goes in slot number 1. We've got the Nahvalur Schylkill, the Retro 51 Tornado, the Ranga Santa. Just move this on over. The Conklin All-American. That fits in there quite nicely. The Benu Talisman. Couple of other pens that I'm going to put in here. We've got the Lamy AL Star. This is a pen I use for writing my titles on my pages. And also this is a TWSBI Diamond 580. When I do my daily writing, At the time of filming this is the pen that I use to write my comments on each of the quotes that I write. So they're all going to live in there. We'll fold that over, I'll keep them protected, and let's roll this up. And then we'll tie that up to help keep it all safe. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. What are your thoughts on my selection for this month? How do you think about my new pen roll? I think it's absolutely awesome, especially when you consider it was our first go at making them. Please drop any comments down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.